Oh, hi there. Welcome back to another video. In the world of TikTok, you can pretty much say or do something that will get people on your side and that people will praise you for being a hero or be the villain either way. It's one of those things. You never know how it is with TikTok. Quite recently, or by the time that you're finding this video, went viral for what it was, a simple, hey, give me attention, give me praise. So let's look at the actual video. So I had to change the music due to copyright. But anyway, first of all, when I first saw this, I thought, why not go and buy your own cake? You could do something where you're driving to the store, buying a cake and giving the same message and then light it with the candles. But yeah, I saw this video originally. I was like, oh, okay, that's something right there. Just for me, I would just go buy my own cake. You can pretend it's still homemade if need be. A little sad music, putting the cake on the table and lighting the candle. Then we get this gem of a video coming in, which to be all fair, I was really surprised about, which I didn't think would get any attention.
So I've been sent this video a lot over the last few days. People asking my thoughts and my comments on it. And before anyone says, oh, you don't know her situation or, you don't know what she's going through. Well, I do, because I lived it. I'm her ex-husband, and right now I have full custody of our kids. This is our parent agreement. As you can see, I have all weekdays and weekends, time sharing with the kids, all at holiday academic breaks. And for her to get any rights back to the kids, these are the things that she needs to do. And yes, child support, she owes that. It's up to over $21,000. So she's a mother and doesn't pay child support. She was then arrested for check fraud, and during that hearing, it turned out that it was found that she stole almost $1 million from another guy. And also she faked cancer in the past. These are scans that she would send and post on her page before. So, to sum it up, this person, for people that follow her or giving her praise and telling her how strong and how, amazing she's doing, well, she's really not a full-time mom. She barely has her kids. She goes out all the time. And she doesn't even have a job even. So she just really not someone that other single moms should really be looking towards as for inspiration or anything like that. There are a lot of hardworking single moms out there, and a lot of respect to them. All I just want to say is she just isn't one of them. So hopefully everyone can see this video and know who she really is.
When seeing something like this, it shows that I was in shock, to be honest. It's good to see someone standing up and calling all of this out. And holy shit, when you see some of the stuff that's happened and they have gone through, it kind of puts this all into a different perspective. Not having the kids full time, owing over $21K in child support, stealing almost $1 million, stealing $1 million, god damn, and then lying about one of the biggest diseases out there. I was just like, holy fucking hell, there's so much, like, why? I like it when the fathers or exes come out and they turn around and say, hey, this never happened. This person is lying. Don't believe what they say, because it definitely paints a different picture. Now, I'll say this. If it was a guy doing it, and I feel like everyone would just kind of brush past it, if a girl came out and was saying this, like they would just go all massive on this guy and be like, fuck this guy, like he's a fucking piece of shit, like, oh my god, like, deadbeat dad and shit like that, which you normally hear all the time. So seeing it from a different light and the father coming out going like, look at all the stuff that they've done, It's interesting, and the comments are also interesting at the same time, but we'll kind of look at those a little bit later. But kudos to the guy standing up and actually giving this information. But then we get a follow-up, and yeah, when we get a follow-up to this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say these videos were probably deleted, what she said, as I couldn't find it on their TikTok.
Like, whatever you're saying about me on the internet, but there are other women that have filed restraining orders against him, and if anyone took the time to go look him up as well, that's what you would see. Instead, you see everything you've looked me up, which is essentially coming from one man who is out to destroy my life. That is in the nature of being a Scientologist. That is what they do. And if you know anything about them, you would know that. But what is going on is not right. Me getting death threats when I stay home with my kids every day is not right. Because a man that I left will always try to destroy my life. Forever.
You're saying all this sort of stuff with no evidence. Your ex-husband turned around and showed everything there, but yet you're just claiming some stuff, hoping that people would come to your defense, and you go after him saying he's lying, that Scientology has got him, etc., etc. If you're going to make these sorts of claims and also claims that other people have restraining orders, then maybe you should show it and not just kind of throw stuff to the wind, hoping you're throwing something at the wall and hoping it sticks. We need to see the evidence, so where is it? Now, death threats to me are fucking horrible, regardless of which side you're on. Never send death threats. It's just not worth it. Like, why the fuck would you do it? It makes no sense whatsoever. So when I hear this sort of thing, regardless of whose side, it's like, fuck them. Like, show these people that are saying, here are the death threats or whatever, just show it, because these people are just pieces of shit and shouldn't be commenting on videos. But also, didn't the husband or ex-husband show documents saying that your children don't get much time with you and that they are with him most of the time? So I'm guessing that you're trying to be like, oh hey, believe me and go get him for lying. But then we have another video from the guy saying he was never a Scientologist. He wants to show evidence because he doesn't want to do the whole thing of, hey, you know, they said and she said and they said and she said, the whole hearsay thing. He doesn't want to do it. He wants to bring receipts, and boy is he bringing them all at the moment.
Hello everyone, I just want to come on here real quick and clear up a few things that has been obviously a very recurring theme on the page. Number one, I'm not a Scientologist. Don't even know how that came about, other than the website, but I didn't create the website either. So both of those things, Scientology, never been one. The website, I did not create. So those two things, nothing to do with me. Last thing is the name, Inventing Elizabeth. It is about a show on Netflix, Inventing Anna. If you haven't seen that show, I highly recommend going to watch it before watching more of my videos or commenting on my stuff. That show is about a woman who was a con artist and a scammer. So my name is a reference to that show. Again, I'm out of town, so I'm not gonna post much more until I get back. And then I'll be showing a lot more evidence, things like that, because I'm not gonna post hearsay things or, oh, show you text messages. Yeah, I could show you a bunch of text messages over the years and things like that. But at this point where this is at, with this level of the story, if you will, it just needs to be straight facts from here on out, and that's all you will be getting. So stay tuned. Peace.
He wants to show facts, not feelings. So facts are the ones that we're going to see. But then he continues. He brings up a good point that when you have 2 kids, it's a full-time thing. Even if you have 1 kid, again, it is a full-time thing. A lot of people are jumping on him saying, what do you mean you say you have kids, then 1 kid? What do you mean? And then most of the comments coming out, going for him, and yet not actually looking at the full story. It just shows that some want to tear someone down because they won't look it up. It's all there for them to see, and they just want to tear this guy down because one person said something completely different, and they're going with their feelings and not actually looking into him and making up a proper decision. It's the internet. What do you expect? When I came to get the last few clips for this video. All of them were completely and utterly taken down. So I can't obviously get them, and I've had a quick look online and I can't actually see if anyone saved them. So with this one, what we have here is his side of the story, him saying that, you know, he's taking down all the clips. He basically is going to tell his story much later on. The main takeaway from all of this is pretty much that he is going to be looking after his kids' safety, and that is the main thing from all of this, because that's what he's been saying from the beginning. Other key points is that he tried to use the justice system, but obviously that didn't kind of work, and the fact is that his ex-wife has damaged many people's lives. In the next thing, he continues on his story. He basically says, the health and safety of my children are my utmost priorities. I have kept them safe and sheltered throughout this ordeal, and I will continue to do so. For those of you who support my ex-wife, you are entitled to your opinions, but my children are also her children. If you wish for the best for her, then you're personally attacking me. It's not in the best interest for anyone. I am not a Scientologist. I did not create or own the website which contains public information about my ex-wife, and I think I have seen something like that kind of pop up. A lot of other creators have actually looked into it, and he basically says that, you know, his story will come out at some point. Now, this is kind of interesting because what you see here is that this account was actually not privated around about, say, half an hour ago. Now, I'm guessing that she is getting a lot of comments as well, supportive ones, not supportive ones, etc., etc. But it's very, very interesting. She did actually put up a statement, but obviously I can't read it because it's privated. Anyway, that's the kind of the end of the story. It's kind of really interesting because, yeah, I'm hoping that the father comes out with his side of the story, because it's been very interesting. He has shown a lot more receipts than Elizabeth has. But yeah, that's where we are going to leave this story. What are your thoughts on this? Yeah, who do you believe? Do you believe more than Elizabeth? I literally didn't really mean to say a username. Or do you believe the father? Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.